I Feel Like Dancing by Jason Mraz. It's one of his new songs. I think the album just came out, or it's coming out in a couple weeks or something like that. But anyway, so the song is actually really simple. And the chords that we're going to use are E minor, C, A minor, and B minor, I think once. And I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Okay, so first I'm going to go through all the chords and everything. Okay, and just through the song and the different parts and everything. Okay, then we're going to talk about playing some different versions of some of the chords, because I think there's a better version, say, of the E minor than that standard kind of E minor, that the open position that kind of everybody learns. I think there's better versions. They're a little more difficult, but I think they're definitely way better and worth the extra effort. So anyway, I Feel Like Dancing, Jason Mraz. Okay, so the E minor chord. Okay. Starting on the thickest string is 0, then 2, then 2 on the A and D strings, then 0, 0, 0. So, okay, that's the E minor. Then the C is, you don't play the low E string, so it's the 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D, open G, 1st fret on the B string, and then open high E. So okay, so that's the C. And like always, you want to, I don't know if I can show you. No, yeah, sort of. Okay, you want to make sure that you're arching your fingers up so that you're not touching other strings. Okay. And what I do for the C, because we don't want to play the E string, the tip of this finger, I touch the side of that low E. Then it doesn't come out. Okay, A minor. Again, you don't play the low E. The A string is open. Then the D is 2nd fret, the G is 2nd fret, the B is 1st fret, and then the high E is open. And you don't play the low E. What I do for this, because I can't really use a finger to touch it because the A string is open, if I wrap my thumb around the top just a little, I can touch that E string and it doesn't come out. So then only the 5 strings that I want to come out. And then B minor, oh, and there's a D chord. B minor, okay, is definitely going to be tricky. So we don't play the low E string. Okay, then we play 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B, 2nd fret on the high E. Okay, so 5 strings, but we only have 4 fingers. So what we do is with this finger, I'm pressing down across all the strings. See? So I'm not going like that and just touching the A string at the 2nd fret. I'm pressing them all down. So now I get the A string and the high E string both at the 2nd fret. Okay? Then 3 other fingers for the 3 other strings that I need to press down. So that's the B minor. Okay? You could do a shortened version. Okay, so here I'm not playing the A string. So now I don't play the low E, I don't play the A. Now it's 4, 4, 3, 2. Or even don't play the low E, don't play the A, don't play the D, and just play G, B, high E, and the frets would be 4, 3, 2. Okay? Whatever works for you. But this is sort of the, you know, the standard first B minor chord that people learn. Okay, then the D is, you don't play the low E, you don't play the A, you play the D string, then the G at the 2nd fret, the B at the 3rd fret, and the high E at the 2nd fret. So that's the D. So those are all the chords. Okay, now I'm going to go through all the little the chord progression, the chord pattern for the song. But first, let me just tune up. Sorry, I tuned the guitar, then got a little distracted with something and picked up the guitar figuring it was still in tune, but you know, New England weather, cold, warm, humid, dry, everything goes wacky. So anyway, the chords for I Feel Like Dancing. The beginning is E minor for 4 measures. Okay, so E minor, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now as you can hear, that sounds kind of like sad and depressing. It has a much kind of funkier, interesting rhythm. But to really do that, you need to do different versions of these chords. So a different version of the E minor, but we'll get to that. So just the intro is the E minor for 4 measures. Then the verse is E minor for 2 measures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then C for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor, 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor for technically 2 measures, but we do a stop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so you hit the 1 on that 2nd measure, and 1, and then counting 2, 3, 4, while he's singing the rest of the line. Okay, so the verse ends up being 1, 2. Then the next part, I guess called the pre-chorus. Excuse me. Okay, it is slightly different. So it's E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then B minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not totally convinced that everything right there is a B minor. The bass definitely stops on the B, bump. And since we're on a C, that B ends up sounding like a C major 7, and I don't think that's right. And listening to everything and playing along, the B minor totally works. Okay, so the end is, the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. The B minor hit on the 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we have the chorus, which is super easy. So it's C, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4. Okay, and it does that 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, but the 4th time it's 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4. Then it goes to the verse, and the verse is exactly the same as the first verse. E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, A minor 2, 3, 4, A minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4. Then the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is not the same this time. E minor, C. Yeah, so the pre-chorus is different this time, slightly. So maybe it's not a pre-chorus. I don't know. Pre-chorus, that would like sort of imply that it was the same chords, but it's not. But anyway, so E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, C 2, 3, 4, C 2, 3, 4, A minor 2, 3, 4, A minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4. Then an extra measure, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so even the lyrics aren't exactly the same. It starts off with the same 2 lines at the beginning. But, yeah. According to what I have typed out, written out. So, that's the pre-chorus this time. Okay? Then, it goes to the chorus. And it's the exact same. C, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4. And it goes through that. And what I have typed out, I have the lyrics typed out, it actually lists the first 2 times through that is the chorus. The second 2 times through that is what they call the post-chorus. So, I don't know. Is the chorus twice and then post-chorus twice? Or is it just the chorus 4 times? I don't know. But anyway, so we do that 3 times. Then the 4th time has that stop. But this time there's an additional measure stop. So the last time through, it ends up going C, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And that's where he says, now everybody freeze. And that makes sense that there would be an extra long stop there. Because, everybody freeze. Then the bridge. Okay. It is a lot like the verse. A lot like the verse with a little extra little stop thing, the extra measure thing. So anyway, bridge, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, C 2, 3, 4, C 2, 3, 4, A minor 2, 3, 4, A minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's that. Okay, then we get to the chorus. And it does the chorus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Excuse me. Okay. On this it has the chorus 2 times and then the post-chorus 4 times, but whatever. It's all the same if you like dance. Except actually, at the end, it's we feel like dancing for the last 2. So at any rate, it's just C 2, 3, 4, D 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4. And then when you get to the last one, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th time, there's the stop on the E, but that's the end of the song. So you don't have to count. So it's C 2, 3, 4, D 2, 3, 4, E minor 2. Yeah, E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor. So it's just the E minor on the first beat of that last measure, and the song ends. Okay, so C 2, 3, 4, D 2, 3, 4, E minor 2, 3, 4, E minor, and end of the song. Ta-da! So pretty easy, pretty simple. You just have to follow the chords underneath and the counting and everything. And that's it. So now let's take a look at better chords, I think, than the big open chords. Okay, the big open chords work. They're the correct chords. Chords, E minors and E minor, done. But I think there's some better, more difficult chords, but better chords that can be used for this. Okay, so we'll kind of take your guitar playing to the next level.